We're at Centennial Airport at the future site of the Exploration of Flight Education and Technology Center, which will be the second site of Wings Over the Rockies, the first being a heritage center at the former Lowry Air Force Base. This will be a facility for the current and future aviation and space generations to develop an interest and a passion for the kinds of things that we've loved about aviation for many years. Well, we're working right now on getting some construction started beside this flight ramp that we've dedicated and are using already. Construction to come in the Boeing Blue Sky Aviation Gallery right beside us here later this year. We believe that aviation is perhaps the greatest learning context known to man. Every young person has some part of him or her interested in a flight experience, and what they take from a flight experience or a lesson about flying or a person who can talk about flying is an idea that they can be something more than they are today, something better tomorrow, that they can reach for the skies or reach for the stars and be what they want to be, whatever their walk of life may be. In a lot of cases, the STEM education opportunities steer them over to engineering and aviation and space, but it's really making them better kids, because we also like to think that aviation has the kind of high standards that is important to the next generation. Airplanes are a magical machine to take you from the ground into an environment that's not like anything else that you can do in your life. And so kids don't just like airplanes, they very often love airplanes. And once they get into them, despite what they may have thought, they have the experience of a lifetime and they never forget. Well, the B-17 is here because we have a proud heritage to uphold as one of the best tour stops in the country. Our volunteers from Wings come out from all walks of life, and they love to serve it, and the members of EAA and the flight crew that brings it here really loves this stop. I also had a little something to do with getting the tour started when I worked at EAA back in 1983 to 2004, so it's a piece of my heart to see it come back to our ramp every year like it has today. The best place to find information about Wings Over the Rockies is our website, www.wingsmuseum.org. We also have a website about this new site that we're developing here called Exploration of Flight, and that's www.explorationofflight.org.
Aero-TV is brought to you by...
Are you stall smart? Ever since Orville and Wilbur took to the skies, pilots have been taught that the more airspeed you have, the better off you are. But over the last 100 plus years, we've learned that's not always the case. Take stalls, for example. The common belief is that if you have sufficient airspeed, the aircraft won't stall. The fact is, an airfoil always stalls at the same critical angle of attack in relation to the relative airflow, regardless of airspeed, configuration, or weight. Learn more at aspenavionics.com.
Redbird is quickly becoming the industry standard for flight training. Since Redbird introduced its revolutionary FMX in 2007, colleges, universities, and flight training operations around the world have integrated Redbird products into their curriculum. It's time to discover what Redbird can do for you. Join the migration.